Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ABC or Tarot Readings. So, yeah, I don't know why before entering into this read, I felt Ma Durga coming into my mind for some reason. I'm not an ardent, I'm not a devotee of Ma Durga basically. But yeah, hearing her, I was hearing Ma Durga. So, I don't know. She's a very fierce warrior goddess. If you're into paganism or if you're you can relate to female goddesses, right? Female, um, I don't know why I wanted to say extraterrestrial goddesses, and with extraterrestrial, for some reason, I remembered Sekhmet, goddess Sekhmet from the Egyptian mythologies. Um, she's also a very fierce goddess. Um, I also remembered goddess Athena. She's also a warrior goddess. She came out of the thigh of Zeus. What a weird detail to remember, but yeah. Um, let's see. So let's see what are the messages for our collective today. I'm using Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. Let's see. Oh, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know why, while I was like shuffling the cards, I was getting the words in my head like gyan arjit karna, which also means allow me to hmm, may my mind have like allow me to receive the knowledge, right? Also some prayer like allow my mind to have the capacity to receive this type of knowledge. So immediately it reminds me of goddess Saraswati. Again, it reminds me a lot of goddess Athena, because goddess Athena is not just a goddess of like she not only is she a warrior goddess, but she's also a goddess of spiritual knowledge, and she's a goddess of knowledge, right? Spiritual knowledge reminds me of Hecate, and Ma Tara, and I think she's Ma Tara and Saraswati. Um, yeah, Vidya Rupi Saraswati. Oh my God, I don't know why Devi Kavacham. So there is this mantra which people, if there is any Durga Puja or in India, there's a festival called Durga Puja. So in this festival, before we enter like there is a 9 days prayer that is done for several goddesses, right? So before every morning, we are advised to listen to the Devi Kavacham. Devi Kavacham is basically a prayer that is being sung for the goddesses of all kinds of goddesses that protect our body. So, for example, there is goddess Matangi. There's a goddess for our tongue. Saraswati. It is said that Saraswati sits in there. There's a goddess for our nails. There's a goddess for, I don't know. It just gives me a lot of self care when I think of that prayer, because Devi Kavacham is a prayer where you are asking the goddess to where you're basically looking at a goddess within every part of your body, within every organ of your body, even the nails and the hair, right? And this reminds me a lot of the fact that I don't know, Kavacham reminds me a lot of self-care. It reminds me of self-care routine and a lot of um yeah. And also the fact that, like, look at yourself with a better self-esteem. Judgment in the back of the deck. So I don't know, with judgment in the back of the deck and page of pentacles in the in reverse, and Devi Kavacham. Like, I'm seriously getting that. So I just feel like, I don't know why Vidya Rupi Saraswati. So I feel like I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like someone specifically needs to look at their books or their books or their notebooks as a goddess and try to respect or admire the academic work or the work of research, like they are research, like as if they are revering a goddess in it. Like, that's the kind of energy that is coming through. I don't know why. I feel like maybe someone isn't seeing that nature. No, maybe someone isn't seeing the value in something. They aren't actually seeing the nature or revering it, or they aren't seeing the nature, or they aren't revering the value of a substance the way it needs to be valued, right? So that's what I'm feeling in here. This is six of swords energy in the next, and again a feeling of moving on from this low self-esteem or low confidence, or I don't know. This also gives me Page of Pentacles in reverse, also gives me an energy of taking things for granted, taking material things for granted, not realizing the time, the energy that goes into investing on these, on a particular goal or on a particular thing that they desire. It reminds me a lot of, I know I think a lot on this basis, but like, it kind of like reminds me a lot of, how should I say, like, sometimes you'll see a particular singer or an artist singing a song, right? You will actually understand the stark difference between if they want to actually make that music, or if they just wanted to become a singer just for getting fame in their life. Like, you will absolutely understand the difference between people who are working for passion and people who are working for commerce, right? So that's the energy that I'm getting in. It also gives me a lot of, I think it's an energy in a lot of fields. You can see it in a lot of fields, like even in this fields of science and technology. You'll see that many people, they don't try to understand the crux of, uh, or the gist of the subject. They are basically studying a particular subject or a particular thing just because of the material value of it. And this in here gives me that, yeah, maybe something is being taken up. I feel like it is basically studies or a stream of studies, because I was channeling a lot of studying and stuff like that. It gives me a lot about studies. Like, maybe there is some sort of knowledge, or maybe there is some sort of work that is being materialized or objectified more than it needs to be. Like, there is, um yeah, it just feels like that works, the hard work and the effort that goes into a work like this isn't being, not even hard work and effort. It's not hard work and effort. It just feels like the crux of what this discipline or what this academic discipline could teach you, right? It just feels like many people are trying to skip over that and are trying to, move on from it as soon as they can. And move on from it as soon as possible. Yeah, instead of investing into it. This is Seven of Pentacles upright in the back of the deck. Instead of investing on it for a long term, or instead of patiently waiting for, not patiently, instead of sitting with this academic discipline and learning its lesson, what it means to teach us, and everything else. Actually, there are three cards that fell out of here. There's this one card as well. Take this in here as well. I want to say these three cards. Ten of Wands upright, Nine of Wands upright, and the Four of Cups. Mm. You see, Ten of Wands upright, definitely it gives me a lot of burdens, right? It's like a lot of burdens are being taken, a lot of yeah, I think the gravity of the situation hasn't hit you yet. I'm getting this. Like the gravity of the situation, I feel like people who are like moving on, like with the subject without understanding the crux of it, or without understanding the academic discipline that needs to be, or without understanding the failures that they are going to meet in this career or in this field or in this academic discipline. I don't know why I'm also getting like I don't know why I'm getting an energy of like cheating in examinations, which is not like yeah, I'm getting that. Like I'm getting an energy of cheating in examinations. Wait a second. Okay, I had to like tie my hair up there. Okay, yeah, now we are good. Hmm. Yeah. So what I'm feeling in here is like I don't know why I'm getting an energy of someone cheating in examinations or something like that. It's as if someone is trying to like get away with not doing too much. And I don't know, I feel like they're not realizing the gravity of the situation. They're not realizing how much toll this can take in the future, how much problems it can cause in the future, because they are actually trying to cheat in examinations to get through the examination rather than learn the I don't know why I'm getting learning the epic or learning the lesson behind it. It reminds me a lot of I don't know, like before I came into tarot. I wasn't aware of a lot of cultural context behind it, right? And afterwards, when I got a little bit more knowledge on this on a daily basis, it just kind of like the story of tarot kind of changed for me. I just realized that yeah, it was taken up by like there are many several records where it was taken up by the Jewish traditions, then it was taken up by the Indians, then it went to the Roma people, and then there were many people who formed cults around it, created this, recreated this. There's a lot of stuff going on with these cards based on that. Yeah, I don't know. With the epic, it also reminds me of Mahabharata or Ramayana, which are like huge Indian epics that you read before you um I don't know, before you, I don't know, pass any, like it's, even in astrology, if you realize it, there are huge epics that you need to read, you need to understand to actually produce a prediction or anything like that, because like there are different energies of different nakshatras and everything, right? So yeah, I don't know with this serpent like energy coming in here again. I don't know if you're worried about someone, because this happened to me recently. If you're worried about someone taking away your position, or someone taking away whatever, like someone doing some identity theft and taking away your job, someone taking away um whatever thing you have worked hard for, I really want you to understand that it's it's not gonna work out in the long term. It's not something that will work out in the long term, because this is something that requires a person to persevere a lot. I think whatever this academic discipline is that someone is underestimating, maybe it's a very huge discipline that someone could be underestimating, right? It could be something that looks very shiny and bright, like astrology and tarot on the outside, but or but it's a very complex subject when you actually study about it. It's a lot of stuff that you need to read about esoteric practices when it comes to esoteric practices and uh, things of that nature, right? So I feel like it's a lot of perseverance that it requires, and I think in the long term you can feel rejected or you can feel depressed if you don't keep persevering. Like the gravity, like, yeah, I just feel like if there is something that you need to clear out, if there is some sort of um I don't know, it gives me depth energy, but if there is any depth that you need to clear out, mind you, be careful, because I think you don't understand that moving on swiftly from this will only cause the burdens to increase, and you will have to keep on persevering. And I think you will be lost in trying to piece everything together. Like those kinds of things can happen when you are not um, paying attention or doing the things as needed on the time when it is needed to be done, right? Yeah, I feel like there's like, I don't know why, I just feel like, I don't know why I feel like this could be someone else. Maybe there is like an energy where you guys could feel like it's not worth it enough to actually work so hard for something. And you could feel as if um there's a lot of delays in this. Yeah, because it just feels like there's a lot of burdens that you could be carrying with yourself, and there could be a lot of delays in this. And maybe you have done the work, but it's partially done, because these are the 10 of wands, right? These are the 10 of wands and these are the 9 of wands. So this comes the first and this comes the next. So I feel like maybe the work is halfway done, it hasn't been done completely, it still needs to be done. Like the preparation isn't complete and everything else. It can, I don't know why, or it can, if it feels like, someone can easily take away your job, your position, your identity, just by hacking into a device and everything else. I think it's a fact that people need to understand that you have to get to the crux of the entire knowledge to gain and understand, to run a system, right? So yeah, I just feel like, I think cheating or cheating away from the system will only cause more burdens in the end, which, because of which you won't be able to do the entire job completely. You might end up doing it partially or or halfway situation. This can cause some issues when it comes to, like, it can cause, I don't know why I'm getting the word infidelity, but I wanted to say the word inefficient works. It might cause a lot of depression in the end and everything else. And here is the king of wands. King of wands wanted to pop out in the middle of the deck, so yeah. King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there is, I don't know why I feel like the pathway is, I don't know why. It could, maybe you could feel really like, I don't know, you could feel as if someone isn't worth the investment, someone isn't worth the leadership role, or someone could be, acting like an executive and everything based on what they want to do or what they feel like doing. Like, yeah, someone could be wanting to do whatever they feel like doing, right? And they could feel as if, this is page of cups, so this definitely gives me a feeling of like someone is dreaming very big. Like this executive could have skipped the step, like this person could have skipped the steps and they might have become someone in their life. They might have become a huge delegate, they might have become a huge authority figure in their life, and they might really have huge dreams on how they want to do the things, right? But the thing about page of cups is that these are unrealistic dreams, these are idealistic dreams. And without having a proper ace of swords in reverse and ace of cups in reverse, without having a proper set of knowledge, or and without having a proper set of knowledge, that is ace of swords in reverse and ace of cups in reverse, without I don't know, processing the, I feel like there is like There's also like a lack of self love, and also gives me a lack of love for the subject, lack of love for the um lack of love for the subject, or lack of love for this academic discipline. So that can cause a lot of issues in the end, because I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe many people are like not looking, they're looking at the result of how to get to this king of wands position. I don't know. This gives me an entrepreneurial position, or a very creative position, right? It gives a lot of passion project type of position. But to get there, you got to understand that there's a lot of responsibility that needs to be taken to get there. And if you don't take them up, there's a lot of responsibilities and that needs to be taken up in there. And these streaks of responsibilities can cause a delay. Either a person can skip the steps and go and become this king of wands right here, or this is gonna take a lot of time. Like, it takes a lot of time to get there, it takes a lot of time to become that type of person. It takes a lot of work that needs to be done on a daily basis. It takes a lot of perseverance to become this king of wands right here, to become, I don't know why I'm getting like a financial freedom, this creative freedom. So it gives me it really gives me a lot of billionaire type, not billionaire, oh my god, entrepreneur type of energy. And I guess, yeah, I think the discipline that takes to become someone, the discipline that it takes to control your emotions even when you're feeling depressed, to achieve the ideal desires that you want, you need to understand that the ace of swords and the ace of cups, like your ability to control your emotions and your ability to wield your knowledge, shouldn't be weak if you want to achieve those idealistic dreams that you want to achieve, right? Yeah, basically getting that only is in everything. If you get the last card for this spread, okay, the last two cards, okay, yeah. These are three major arcanas that came from. Okay, this is death, this is star, and this is justice. So, yeah, I feel like there is a change that needs to be made when it comes to a mindset. Change that mindset. Become a little bit more. Oh my God, there's tower in the there's tower behind the justice card. Okay, okay, that's a lot of major arcanas, but I feel like that major arcanas talks a lot about. I don't know. Maybe this could be a major shift in cycle. Maybe there's a major. Um, it seems like this could be a major shift in the way you see life. This could be like, life begetting you to change the way you look at things, ask for help when it's needed, um hold on to your wish, hold on to the dreams that you have in your life, and create a balance. And I think, yeah, the more you keep on holding to your dreams and your goals, the more justice, I feel like, yeah, things will be balanced out. Whatever harshness and delay that you're feeling right now, everything will be balanced out if you do not give up. I don't know why. I don't think death right here means do not give up, but I feel like death right here means try to change the way you perceive things. Try to change that, I don't know, idealistic standard or view with which you see things. As you can see in here, this card right here, I'll try to zoom in it. Yeah, see how this woman is, helping this crow that is um stuck in this crude oil, right? So, yeah, this crow by far, this crow is far more lucky than this tortoise that died, because even the mermaids here are trying to, save these animals, but these animals would have been dead if, like, many of them are, yeah, many of them are dead inside the ocean, while this crow right here has actually getting saved, right? So this definitely gives me a lot about, like, ask for help when it's needed, change the way you perceive it. If the burdens are too much, ask for help when it's needed, right? And The star card in here definitely gives me an energy of, yeah, control your emotions. Also, like, yeah, keep that patience when you're holding on to those dreams. And I don't know why I'm getting prophecies as well. So keep some hope. Yeah, prophecies. Why am I getting prophecies when I say this? Keep holding on to, keep an eye on your dreams. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Keep an eye on your dreams. I think, yeah, this definitely feels like a wish can always turn into a prophecy. A wish can turn into a prophecy if you learn how to be patient enough to hold on to your hopes and your dreams without giving up on it, right? Definitely gives me that energy. I don't know. Things might take a while to shift into the direction that you want things to shift into. I think there's going to be there's a lot of major arcanas that are coming out in here. A lot of major arcanas. And I'm back to Judgment, the first card that came. High Priestess in reverse, and it's back. I'm telling you, I feel like it's a major, I don't know, it's like a major change that you guys could be going through right now. Like there's a major change that's happening. And you guys are being told to keep up the hopes. Do not give up on things. I don't know why. If there is any need to end something or cut off something that isn't necessary, they cut it off and focus on your dreams and your goals. Focus on what makes your goals and your dreams lighter to achieve. Right? Don't hold on to a dead weight and sink down in the ocean below. Rather, cut those things off that are not necessary, and try to go as far as possible. Right? Yeah. I think that's the reading for today. Take care. Bye.